Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lisa Alexis, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my experience getting ombre powdered brows. I got my eyebrows done at IAppeal Miami. It's a salon in Kendall, Miami, and Kiki is the one who did them for me. The salon was super clean. She was very professional, at the same time super friendly, made me feel so comfortable, so I'm just so grateful for her. I've always had thin eyebrows. I think it kind of runs in my family. I think as fleeky eyebrows became a thing, my eyebrows stood out so much more because people were just slaying their eyebrows. I think this is a really good procedure if you have thin eyebrows, or even if you just want more definition to your eyebrows. The way my eyebrows are right now, I don't really have to add any makeup on top of them unless I'm going for a more dramatic look, but they're super natural and I could just wake up and go. Let's get into the details about the actual procedure. I had two options on what I would do to have permanent eyebrows. I could have gotten them microbladed, or I could have gotten them ombre powder. I chose to go with ombre powdered brows. That's what's a little bit more popular. People kind of always want to know what's the difference. Microblading is when they actually use a blade to cut into the skin, and ombre powdered brows is like a machine to shade over the skin, so it's kind of more like a tattoo. When you make an appointment, the first thing you're going to have to do is get a consultation, and Kiki will let you know if you'll be a good fit for ombre powdered brows. Sometimes certain medical conditions or things like that could prevent you from actually getting them done, and she'll obviously tell you all of those things before you book. Before you get your first procedure and before you get your second procedure, or any procedure for that matter, you want to avoid exfoliating, Botox, up to about 4 weeks before, 3 or 4 weeks before, and 24 hours before and a day of. You want to avoid drinking any type of alcohol, coffee, and heavy exercise. The procedure at IAppeal Miami costs $350 for the first session, and then it is $125 for your touch-up session, and we'll get into all of that a little bit later on. I think before you book, you have to schedule, I think it was $100 fee originally. After you get the brows done, you make the final $250 payment, which all of those details are going to be in the email that she sends you. The non-alcohol is just to prevent like a lot of bleeding, just like they tell you when you get a tattoo. You also want to avoid heavy sun exposure because it makes the skin really delicate. The initial procedure takes around 3 hours, so it is a little bit of a long time, but she lets you bring your, hoodie, sock, blankets. You can get real comfortable. I actually fell asleep during the first procedure. You do have to come back in about 5 weeks to get your touch-up. The touch-up is just to make sure that your brows are perfect. And then she's gonna add some more shading on top of the brow just to make sure that the color holds. That procedure only takes an hour. People always ask, does it hurt? It's kind of like getting a tattoo. So if you've never gotten a tattoo before, it is going to be an unfamiliar feeling. It definitely isn't comfortable, but Kiki does give you numbing cream during the process. And honestly, when I got my numbing cream, it almost tickled. Like, it didn't hurt after the numbing cream was put on my eyebrows. The brows last up to 3 years. They never really completely go away. If you never came back for a touch-up ever again, they never completely go away, but they definitely fade a lot. So you want to make sure that you're coming back around 7 weeks after your first 2 procedures to get touch-ups. After you get your eyebrows done, Kiki will give you this aftercare guide, and this will let you know everything there is to know about your aftercare process. But basically what you want to do is let your brows be for the first day. After the second day, you want to lightly dampen them with cotton just to make sure your face is not oily and you're not getting any dirt into the brows. You don't want to put on makeup until your brows are actually healed, because that will actually kind of get trapped into your brows as they're healing. You also want to avoid heavy sweating, so like exercise and heavy sun exposure. After the second night and you're taking showers, you want to use your little visor, is what I call it. She gives you some of these, and this little white part is just like a sticky part. You just peel it off and you put it above your eyebrows like this. This is to avoid getting your eyebrows wet. After you come out the shower, you want to make sure you put just a dot of this cream on your eyebrows. That's to help the healing process. As they're healing, you want to make sure you're not like picking at your brows or anything like that. When your skin will peel off, it looks like the color under it is really light, but the darker color will actually resurface to the skin. Your brows, if they look like they're fading a little bit, that's completely normal. They're not supposed to be the original dark color that you get when you first get them done. So when you first get them done, they're going to look super dark, and after they heal, they're going to fade a little bit. So when you come for your second touch-up, you can request to have them darker or whiter or just anything that you need at that point. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know. I'm going to leave Kiki's information in the description box. You guys can leave a comment if you have a question, or you can reach out to her if you have a question. But now that we got all of those fine details out the way, I'm gonna bring y'all along for the actual experience. Alright guys, there's no turning back now. It's about to be real. Okay guys, so I'm getting ready for bed, but I wanted to give y'all a little bit of an update on my brows. So it's been a week since I got them done. Actually, y'all, I've been recording for y'all like every other day, but long story short, my phone shattered and it wasn't backed up, so I lost like all the content I recorded for y'all. But nothing really changed as far as my brows go during that time. I think like the first or second day, it sounds kind of weird, but like you can kind of notice the brow shrinking from when it was first done, which the girl who does it, she'll let you know that, you know, you want to go a little bit thicker, because by the time it's done and it's healing, going through the whole healing process, it's gonna shrink a little bit. But other than that, it wasn't really painful. There was a little bit of itching, like sometimes I forgot and I scratched myself accidentally, but I don't think that I did any damage, hopefully. But now it's been like a week, like I said, and they're starting to peel. It actually looks kind of gross to me. Like, I feel like I can't go outside. It's like I'm in a healing process. But anyways, you're not supposed to be in the sun. You're not supposed to be sweating. So I kind of like don't want to go outside anyways. You're not supposed to put any makeup on it during the healing process. And they give you all that information when you get your brows done. I'm going to let y'all see what my eyebrows look like now. This is a little close up. This is after having my second session. I'm about a week into my second session, so this is pretty much how they'll look. I just love them so much. I mean, when you look at the before and after, how could you not? That is the end of this video. If you guys are questioning whether you should or should not get your eyebrows done, I would 100% encourage you to do so. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys, and I'll see you at my next one.